So the next game that the narcissist tries to play with you, um, and I know it's kind of funny because it's like game after game after game, but this is how it is. It's one after the other, and they're stacked on top of each other. And when one doesn't work, they go and do the next one. So the next game that they want to play with you is, um, I'm concerned about you. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. Like, I'm worried. I think you need my help. Is there anything I can do to help? What can I do to help? Um, and again, this is probably projection. They're probably what's happening is they're going through something that um, they need help with, and they're getting to the point where it's like at a tipping point, a crisis point. Um, or it could be that they just need help because you're getting to the point where you're almost free of them, and that's a problem for them. It could be a combination of both. Anyway, so you need my help. What can I do to help? I'm worried about you. And again, it's all about keeping the focus on minimizing you and building themselves up. So I'm the one who's in control. I'm the one who's knows what they're doing. You're the one that needs help. I'm worried about you. What can I do to help you? Um, and of course, this is not true. They don't have any intention of helping you. They have no interest in helping you whatsoever. In fact, the whole reason that they're trying to get into your life to quote unquote help you is to prevent you from ever getting help. It's to prevent you from ever getting out of their web of control. It's to prevent you from ever getting help. Okay, so when they say they want to help you, they mean the opposite. They're trying to undermine you, but really they're trying to get information. Because if they get information about what you've been going through, then they can begin to position themselves based on what you're doing. But they can't do anything unless it's like a positioning or a reaction to something that you're doing. You have to learn the enemy's position in order to attack, right? So they have to know your position and what you're doing so that they can begin to sabotage it, undermine it, poison it, destroy it. But they have to get that initial information about what you're doing in order to do that. So one way to do this is, I know you need my help. What can I do to help? But the important thing to know is that they're not trying to help you, and it's probably projection because they're probably going through something that they need help with. And it could be that what they need help with is just keeping hold of you because they know that you're about to leave or whatever. So anyway, so they have an agenda to do something, but it's not help. What their agenda is to do the opposite of help. But you start to believe that, like all the other games that I've described so far, you believe it. So what can you do to deprogram this program or to undo it? Delete it from your brain. Basically, realize it's a projection. Know that they're projecting this onto you. They're the ones that need help, and realize that what they need help with, in part, is preventing you from getting help. So they need help preventing you from getting help. This is a projection. They project their sense of needing help onto you and make it seem like you need help, but what they need help with is preventing you from getting help. But they present this statement to you that they're trying to help you, but what they're trying to do is prevent you from getting help because that's a problem for them, and they actually need help, and it's a projection, and so on and so forth. So so the projection is that you need help, but actually they need help with something. Yeah. So to deprogram yourself from that whole loop, you just try to think of the first thing that you thought of when you first met the narcissist, or when what's the most primary association that you had with them that was positive. Let's say that you thought that they were funny. That was your initial attraction. So what they are noticing is that you don't think that they're that funny anymore. So, or you don't think that they're that beautiful anymore, like you thought of. That's what drew you to them, or helpful. Um, so whatever the initial thing was that was attractive to you about them, they will they will use that as an in, and you can notice this happening when they go to try to help you. They can be very sweet, and whatever they initially thought that was attractive to you about them, they will use that as an in. So if you thought they were funny, they'll use humor to win you over. If you thought they were beautiful, they'll be very attractive, try to attract you, seduce you in that way. And this is a way of them to gain your trust back and be like, wow, I guess I really do need help because, and it locks you into that pattern or that groove. But the question to ask yourself is, if you really needed their help, couldn't you just come to them? Why are they coming to you? And the idea is you need my help, but you don't know that you do, right? Or like you're in denial about it. And once again, this is a projection. Narcissists, the biggest masters of denial of anyone on the planet. So it can't be denial on your part. It has to be some sort of projection of denial on them that they're projecting onto you. What are they in denial of? Specifically to this instance or this situation. They are in denial of the fact that you don't need them anymore. Or you never did.